How many people are excited that you are going to do more this week than you've done in the last 52 weeks? Only because, not that you couldn't, only because it's targeted now. And we're going to hold each other accountable. We have 71 responses with 266 people on the call. Something's wrong. If you want to be the same person that you've always been, just say that. We look at like these little things like, all right, well, I don't necessarily want to participate. And we think in our head that we don't need it. When in actuality, this is a habit. This is a habit, somewhat of a hypnotic rhythm, where this is what you've done for your whole life, and it's hard to break out of it.
7:45 a.m. Catch me on the morning meetup, hosted by David Shanes.
Today, well, this whole week, I was thinking about it when I was putting together the calls for the week for, what we're going to discuss. And I really think it's important to hold each other accountable. And if we are going to grow together, we have to hold each other accountable. And I don't think that the issue that we're having with, let's say, not getting the growth that we're looking for or not getting the results that we're looking for, I don't think it's that we don't have the time. I don't think it's that we don't have the skill set. And I don't even think we don't have the hustle. It's not like, I think you guys want to go get it, right? You guys are going to go get whatever you want out of life. Am I right? I think one of the major keys is we're not reminded enough of what we want. We don't discuss what needs to be done enough. I think in our mind, we know we want whatever that success looks like for you. We know we want it, but it's not a part of the conversation often. So we forget. Like even after this call, we're going to discuss some things today, but even after this call, we have to go out and face the real world. And I use it in air quotes because it's not necessarily the real world. Whatever the real world is, the world that we create, right? In the book that we're reading today, it really goes into that people can be controlled as long as they don't think for themselves, as long as they don't use their mind. So when we get off of this call and walk out of the house, the world is there waiting for us. But it's a make-believe world. And it's the world that we made believe in our head. We were made to believe that the things that we see throughout our day are real, and they're not. Let me try to explain it. For instance, during the pandemic, there were a lot of fear on the internet, a lot of fear on the TV. And in our head, we said we have to go and hide. We have to go into a hole. We have to hold on until this thing is over, until the world goes back to regular or normal. And then we'll be able to really move forward. But how can we build a business? Or how can we do what we want to do in this world? But that was only your perspective of the world. That was only the narrative that you kept telling yourself. But you kept telling yourself because we saw some evidence and some scientific proof that the thing that we are believing right now is true. But there were some other perspectives that happened. There were some other people who said, yo, this is about to be the greatest time in the world. Oh, I'm business as usual. Some people looked at it as just another obstacle. And life just has obstacles. There's no way around it. Life has obstacles, and this is another one. Did we ever consider that now they're saying that this recession will be one of the greatest recessions that have ever recessed? Is that what they're saying? You've heard that, right? But if you really think about it, they always say that. Whatever is happening is the worst, isn't it? No, you haven't noticed that? Okay. 3 years ago, when the pandemic first hit, it's the worst thing in the world. Maybe a year and a half ago, they were talking about another pandemic that is going to be worse than that one. Am I right? Am I off? Y'all experience that, right? Whatever the thing is right now is the worst it's ever been, or the worst it's going to be. It is the worst housing market we've seen since. It's the worst financial crisis that we've ever seen. But they always say that. It's always the worst. So I'm smart enough to realize that they're not going to stop the fear. They're not going to stop the worst, right? The book talked about it today, right? That's how we are controlled through fear. But it's always. Listen, when they were talking about like Mike Tyson would beat somebody quickly. And then they'd set up another fight with someone who looks similar. We know the outcome of it, right? But what does Don King say? What did Don King say after Mike knocked out the person they just knocked out in the first 10 seconds? What would Don King say? Anybody know? Don King would say, oh yeah, this is the best fighter ever. He would say, the person that Mike Tyson just knocked out, he was old. He had cancer anyway. He was losing his hair. He just lost his wife. He was depressed, so he wasn't focused. So that's why Mike beat him. But this next person that I'm about to set up this fight with Mike Tyson, this might be the Mike killer. This is the person that's going to take Mike off his throne. And then first round, Mike knocks that person out. And Don King says, yo, he had gout. See, y'all don't know a lot about him. He had real mental health issues. That's why he lost so fast. However, this next person that Mike is about to fight, Mike has never seen anybody like this. This guy's ferocious. He's a killer. He's going to knock Mike out. And then Mike Tyson knocks that person out. But the promotion continues that the next person, master promoter cycle. We just saw it maybe a year ago, where a year and a half ago, whenever, when Floyd Mayweather Jr. got set up a fight with Logan Paul. Not Logan Paul. What's the guy's name? That Floyd Mayweather just fought. Conor McGregor. Yeah, Conor McGregor. The whole world was anticipating Conor is going to be the one that knocks out Floyd Mayweather and beats Floyd Mayweather. Floyd won 50 fights in a row. Undisputed, the best boxer on the world, in the earth. And then they go, I'm going somewhere on my point, guys. They go to an MMA fighter who is not a boxer. And you put that person in the ring with the best boxer in the world. Now, I could see if you were taking Floyd and putting him in the octagon, right? You're taking Floyd and you're putting him in like an MMA arena. Oh, Conor's going to take his head off. But you take someone who has never boxed before and you put him in a ring with the best boxer in the world. We know the outcome. But for some reason, there were a promotion to say, this is going to be the person that will beat Floyd after he's won like 50 straight. And we bought it. Not only did we buy that narrative, we bought tickets. And not only did we buy tickets, we made bets. And some people lost their money. Why? Why am I telling the story? Because it's always going to be the worst. And some of us in this world have figured that out. That however bad something is, whether it's in the world or in our life, it feels like, and it's promoted like, it's the worst. But it's not the worst. It's not that bad. Okay. Has anyone ever been in a scenario where you just didn't know how you were going to get out of it, but you are standing here today as a testimonial that you got over that thing, that you thought you just didn't know how you were going to get out, right? It's the worst thing in the world. You didn't know how you were going to get out. And then eventually, you're over it. You get out of that situation, and look at you. You're here today. And you may be going through something right now. And it feels worse than the first thing you went through, but it's not. If you were able to compare them both in real time, you'd realize that the same feeling you have now with this insurmountable mountain that you're facing right now, today, if you can compare them side by side in real time, you realize you felt the same way about the last thing you were going through that you got over. So it's going to be okay, is my message today. It's going to be okay. But if we are going to get to that next level and start accelerating, we are going to have to hold each other accountable because we have to keep the narrative. We have to keep the narrative. Do you know how successful people become successful? They use the boxing promotion in the opposite way. All right, that last idea that I was going to do, I thought it was going to be amazing, but it's not. But this one right here, oh, this is the one that's going to make me millions. This one right here, oh, this is the one. The only reason the last one ain't work is because this happened and that happened, and there's a bunch of. But this one, this season, listen, I know those years I told my friends I was going to be super successful and I was going to make millions and I was going to be on top of the world. My brand was going to build. It didn't happen those years, but this year, something's different. And we can make something different if we just keep the narrative going. How the whole world can create fear by keeping a narrative going, we can create success by keeping a narrative going. And the only way we're going to keep that narrative going is we have to say what we're going to accomplish and keep the conversation throughout the week. So can I tell y'all that what I'm going to be doing today is a very, very selfish conversation. This is not for you. This is for me. You just so happen to be on the call today. It's selfish. It's gonna be masked as if I'm doing this for you, but I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Example. I felt like I would have always fallen short on reading books because I buy a book and I just never read them. I just don't read them. It's just, I don't know what it is. I would just buy it, I'd start it, and then I'd put it down and I'd never pick it back up again. And then someone asked me if I read that book, and I somewhat lie, but it's not a lie because I did read it. They just didn't ask me how much I read it. So I get to be in a conversation. Did you read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Yeah, it's a classic. What? Come on, man. All entrepreneurs need to read that. I read that thing. I didn't really read it. I read some. It's not a lie all the way, but it's not the full truth. You know what I mean? So this book club that we're reading today, the book club that we have today, was because I was being selfish. I wanted to read more books, and I knew if I was going to read more books, I'd have to be held accountable. So me being held accountable, I implemented it and masked this as a book club that you all get the benefit from. But it was for me. It was I pulled the wool over all of your eyes because I knew that at any moment, Bren could say, "Hey, Dave, tell me about a reading today." And if I don't have an answer, I'm now a hypocrite. My whole brand is on the line right now. So I said, wow, if I put myself in this scenario where there's some accountability, I'll read. 2 years later, we've been reading books every single month. And now I'm in it. When someone says, yo, you read the book Atomic Habits? Of course. Hold on, you read a 12-week year? Absolutely, start to finish. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, start to finish. What else we got over here? Make Your Bed, start to finish. I got that book again. Okay. Actually, yeah, read Rachel Rogers' book, start to finish. Never Split the Difference. Chris Voss. We all read this together. Right. So we've read dozens of books so far. And I tricked you guys into holding me accountable. So we're gonna do it again this week. I don't have like many I don't have like topics necessarily. However, and you guys, I don't know, you may get bored with it, and you might say, I don't want to do this anymore. But you're gonna have to bear with us for a week. My objective is to be able to discuss every day what we're going to accomplish for the day, and also identify what's going to happen, or if we accomplish what we set out to accomplish today. So we're going to take a few minutes right now, and we are going to write down. I'm actually going to write it down on my phone, and we're going to have like a checklist of things. All that we are going to accomplish today. Okay. And in the morning, we're going to post them on the call in real time. Okay. So there's a bunch of things that I need to do today. Hold on one second. I'm getting there right now. There's a bunch of things that I need to do today. And my fear is that I won't do them. Y'all ever been there? Or that's just me? Huh? Okay. There's mad stuff on a list that I have to accomplish today. And even if I like made the list, if no one's checking me tomorrow, I won't do them today. So we're going to make a list. We're going to make a list of, let's say, 5 things that we need to accomplish today, but we're going to star like 2 or 3 of them. Okay. And do we have it? Where's Cynthia? Cynthia here? CJ, C Money, C Dollars. See?
She's co-host, so she should be. I think she is. Oh, well, no, I maybe did make her co-host. I thought I did. She is here.
Cynthia, can you pull up? I don't know. I actually, believe it or not, I actually called Cynthia this morning and was like, "Ooh," because I was gonna we was gonna do it, but I called Cynthia this morning. I was like, "Yo, how we gonna do this?" Because she's got one of them brains that really, really work.
Exactly.
Cynthia, what up?
Good morning. Good morning. We did make a form. We made a form for your Audible this morning.
Awesome. Where you at? I don't see Cynthia.
Oh, I will spotlight her.
To start taking people's jobs and. All right, CJ. What up?
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so I have this idea, and I voice note Cynthia. I'm like, yo, I think it'd be cool if we can share, like, and maybe we won't get to everyone every day, but we can share some things that people are going to accomplish, and we actually keep track of it. And like we can refer to it, and at the end of the month, maybe we could send out an email to everyone, and you can be exposed. I didn't say that part, CJ. I just came on. That was freestyle.
Oh.
That would be cool. Okay, so what is the system? How are we going to do it?
All right. So from the Audible, we just created a quick, to the point Google form. So I'm dropping a link in the chat. So if you are speaking with Dave today, or even if you don't get a chance to speak, then drop your accountability here. What I will do is add a date. I don't have a date column in there, so that we can keep track of it. And you wanted to keep track of it throughout the week, right?
Yep.
So that's it. 1, 2, 3.
All right, cool. So I'll put that in the chat every day this week, and we'll fill them out. Hold on, I'm going here right now because I'm filling mine out. But ideally, we are going to make a post every single morning about all of the things we're going to accomplish. And
at least 3 of the things, the top three. Right?
Yeah, okay, not all the things. Yeah. All right, so I just logged into mine. Okay. So throughout this call, the people who get a chance, like you raise your hand, going to share like the things that you're going to accomplish. We don't need like long stories. We don't need like all of that, but enough so that we can keep track. And I believe, is someone going to be taking notes too or no?
We can. I don't know what we would take notes
of. Just going to the forum.
Yeah, just go to the forum.
Okay. All right, cool. So as you fill this thing out every day, we'll be able to track if you accomplish the thing that you said you are going to accomplish. Also, we probably need to put something in there, CJ, where we can verify what we actually did the day before. Or we just take it all at the end of the week and you just look at all the things that you've accomplished that you said you were going to accomplish. So I don't know. CJ's going to handle that. But in the meantime, I really just want, like, we can raise your hands. I want to know if you already have your list, but let's just take like 3 minutes and let's fill it out. Okay. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm going to put my gym journey in there. Okay. And I identified a couple of days that I'm going to go, and today being one of them. Every Monday is a day. So I'm thinking about Sunday, Monday, and Friday. Well, hopefully I can do some more throughout the week, but I just have to put it in my schedule. But if nobody's holding me accountable, I'll never go to the gym and I'll never be fine. And I'll never feel comfortable taking my shirt off in the pool. I do, because I don't want to be weird wearing a t-shirt in the pool. Calm down. What's up? Is there judgment here?
I forgot I was unmuted.
The judgment. Oh, the judgment. So yeah, man. So if we can raise our hands, I want to share, I want to see what we are going to accomplish. And let's just be serious. I think we can do this for a week, right? Do you guys think we can do it in a week? Just say yes in the chat. Just a week of like saying we're going to do something and then actually doing it. And hopefully it creates a habit. And maybe, just maybe, we can do it every day for the rest of our lives on a morning meetup. I don't know if we could drop it every day and somehow just push it out. And then you'll be able to see all the things you said you're going to do for a year and all the things you actually accomplished for the year. And at the end of the year, you will see either success or undesirable results, but we'll be able to see based on what we say we're going to do and what we actually accomplish. So let's do this. Bryn.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. I want to hear some of this. Oh, before we do that, okay, let's take 3 minutes. Okay. Let's really identify some things we're going to do. And some of us, you'll see me post it. Okay. You'll see me post it every morning. I'm just going to make a video of the 3 things that are important for me to accomplish. It might be a few things like really, really important. I'm going to accomplish these things. It might be 2 for you. It might be 1 major thing that you're really, really focused on. But every morning, you are going to make make a little video, or you can make a post. Just hashtag the morning meetup and tag the morning meetup. Okay, hashtag the morning meetup and tag the morning meetup. Maybe we get a slide. Can we get a slide going for this week somehow? Just so we can see it, because I want to go through and hear what y'all have to say. So after this call, every day this week, I'm going to post it, okay? All right, cool. Let's take 3 minutes. Can we put some music on? Some thinking music? Don't just put anything on. I want this to be well thought out, okay? Don't just pick something for like picking something's sake. Identify some things that's going to move the needle. So going to the gym will actually, it's very important. Okay. It's becoming more important to me. Okay. And I don't want to be the person. And now is perfect time. Now is perfect timing for the gym, y'all. We can be somewhat fine by March if we start right now. Well, April, it gets hot. All right, listen, y'all, if y'all didn't get a chance to speak, okay, still do it, because this isn't for clout in terms of everybody being able to talk about what they do, because we just can't, right? The most important thing is that you get the lesson, you get the takeaway. How many people are excited that you are going to do more this week than you've done in the last 52 weeks? Only because, not that you couldn't, only because it's targeted now. And we're going to hold each other accountable. We have 71 responses with 266 people on the call. Something's wrong. If you want to be the same person that you've always been, just say that. Like, yo, this is, we look at like these little things, like, all right, well, I don't necessarily want to participate. And I think we think in our head that we don't need it. When in actuality, the things that you say you don't need to do, or you don't care to do, or I'll do it later, the things that you're putting off, this is a habit. This is a habit, somewhat of a hypnotic rhythm, where this is what you've done for your whole life, and it's hard to break out of it. So I'm going to do my video now, and you guys will see it. Make sure you tag me, because there are some of them to my story. Well, whoever tags me and I see it, I want to share those to my story. Just make a little video. These are the little things that these are the things that I'm going to accomplish today. Okay. You have full right to check me, to see if I did it. Hold me accountable. Text, send me a DM. Hey, Dave, did you do that thing that you said you were going to do? And maybe I didn't do it, but that's going to spark, that's going to like wake me up. Tell your audience, hold me accountable. Hopefully your spouse sees it. Hopefully your friend sees it. Hopefully the business partner that you're going to see later sees it, and they ask you. And believe it or not, mark my words, we will create this trend, and you will start to see a lot of people posting the things that they're going to accomplish. I'm telling you, by like Wednesday, you'll see a bunch of people posting from your inner circle, people that you didn't know, people that you aren't even in the morning meetup, but they've been inspired. And you will be the inspiration for them. You are going to be their leader, especially if you do it consistently. Okay, so you can take it down. You can take it down later or tomorrow or whatever you decide, but let's just do the activity. Y'all with me? If you're going to do it, say, I'm going to do it. Just put it in the chat. I just want to know who's going to be with me in this accountability journey. All right, I'm in. I love it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I love it. I love it. Me, we'll do. Okay. All right. Don't leave me by myself, y'all. Listen, I ain't got no presentations. I ain't got no guest speakers. I don't got none of that stuff for you today, for this week. We are going to grow, intentional growth together this week. All right. So if you do come on the morning meetup for our typical inspiration, well, I'll give you a little bit of that. I'll throw some rants in there every now and again. Okay. But this is the week we are going to work. Okay. So I love y'all. Let's get to it. I hope you accomplish all your goals today, and we're going to check tomorrow. All right, Bryn.
If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.